Philippine Information Agency, Kapihan na Zamboanga. Sharing with you timely, accurate, and relevant information regarding government programs, projects, and activities. Catch us every Thursday at 4 p.m. on e-media.
Buenos dias, Zamboanga. Welcome sa Kapihan na Zamboanga sa SM City Mindpro. Hatid sa inyo ng Philippine Information Agency, Mindanao Communicators Network, SM City Mindpro, MCTV, and eMedia. We are live at PIA Western Mindanao Facebook page and other government agencies' Facebook pages, One TV Philippines, ISA TV Channel 17, PCH Cable TV, and via cable televisions in Zamboanga, at MCTV and eMedia. Welcome po muli sa lahat po ng ating mga viewers. Ang Kapihan na Zamboanga will discuss important topics that will help you make more informed decisions wherever you are. Mahalaga po ang ating pag-uusapan ngayon sa ating episode dahil patungkol po ito sa seguridad at mga programa po ng ating Zamboanga City Police Office here in Zamboanga City. And it is my honor to welcome po ang ating panauhin ngayon sa ating programa. We have the first woman city director po ng Zamboanga City Police Office. Let's welcome po Police Colonel Kimberly Molitas.
Good morning at sa ng ating mga to all our viewers and listeners. Good morning to everyone and thank you for having me here.
Thank you po. It's our first time to have you po sa ating program. That's why we are
Yes.
very happy po.
It's exciting.
Welcome po muli, no? So again, we are going to talk about yung mga security and of course yung ating program against the anti-smuggling and anti-drug campaign po. First of all po, how has the PNP po, Chief's Directive influence po yung ating recent operations against the cigarette smuggling in Zamboanga City?
In effect, when the Chief PNP Police General Marbil has ordered to strengthen the campaign on anti-smuggling, we have coordinated with all other agencies involved because this is not really a primary mandate of the Philippine National Police. It is a mandate of other agencies like the Bureau of Customs. So we had to make sure that we have proper coordination with them. And this is in consonance also, of course, of under our security on borders. And so we have strengthened our relationship with all other agencies, including also, of course, the prosecution, the other law enforcement agencies involved, like the Philippine Ports Authority. We also have started coordinating with the National Bureau of Investigations, the Bureau of Immigration, BIR, DOH, all those who are involved. I had to make sure that it's properly implemented by our police, and of course, given the order also of the Chief PNP, we also had to make sure that our investigators and commanders are abreast of the protocols and rules on how to implement the anti-smuggling operations.
Siyempre, iba pa po ito, no? This is different pa sa ating mga anti-illegal drug campaign. So this is only, parang focus muna tayo dito sa smuggling. Anti-smuggling.
Yes, but both the smuggling and also drugs goes through our borders. So it's something that in a way we work at the same time because it crosses our borders. Both are transnational or transborder in nature. Yung ating drug smuggling and also yung ating anti-smuggling specifically relate to cigarettes. So yun yung we're looking at that angle. We're working on that on both strategies, on the same strategy. Pareho lang kasi siya eh. So it comes in and out of the borders of the city. That's how we're looking at it. And that sometimes there is the possibility of both being smuggled together or separately. Yes.
So with that po, what specific strategies have you implemented to ensure nga yung ating effectiveness of these operations?
Well, first, of course, as I have mentioned earlier, it's the interagency cooperation that we prioritized. We made sure that we're in sync with the other government agencies and other law enforcement agencies in the city working here. Marami kasi tayo, no? It's not just the Zamboanga City Police Office, as I have mentioned earlier, especially the Bureau of Customs, because this is in fact their shop or this is their mandate. Secondly, of course, we have strengthened the collaboration amongst intelligence officers. We call this our covert operation. So these are not people that you regularly see around in their uniforms, but this is more on the covert work that we do with other intelligence officers and information gathering to further strengthen our strategies on our operations. Thirdly, of course, we wanted also to build awareness I think, as you know, I have a background on public information, so I wanted also to make sure that we gain the support of our stakeholders, especially dun sa mga nagmamay-ari ng mga vessels, mga barko, mga privately owned na mga sea crafts, to be aware of the anti-smuggling campaign, and of course also our stakeholders not to patronize also smuggled goods. So yun yung tinitingnan natin. And we wanted to build community involvement. It's very important. Also, we work also with the media to provide information to the public, to reach as far as possible. So yun yung ginagawa natin. And of course, we work with the regional director under the guidance of Police Brigadier General Masauding. We also work with our National Operations Support Unit who are present in the region to make sure that we maximize the strength and the capability of our police officers around the region.
Yun, i-highlight ko rin po, ma'am, no, you mentioned po, Colonel, yung ating public information, how important it is, you being also a spokesperson before. So, meron tayong nakikitang kahalagahan po sa impormasyon. And one of the strategies that you are implementing din dito sa Zamboanga City is, of course, yung community engagement.
Yes, I really personally believe also that when the public is well informed, they make informed decisions. And that's very important for us to be able to gain their support. Information is crucial. Trust is crucial also in our work. So information provided to us by anyone, by any stakeholder, is not taken lightly. We take every information, we use it, we validate it. So any information that can be provided by anyone or any member of the community is very important to us. Yes.
That's very true po. Ngayon po, recently, can you provide also the details po on the recent operations that led to the arrest po of individuals involved in cigarette smuggling here in Zamboanga City?
For the city, from January alone to now, we have seized around 48 million worth of smuggled goods. So, 97 million worth of smuggled cigarettes around the city. And this is quite a feat because around the region we have delivered the biggest haul by far. We have accomplished this in just a few months, especially of the pronouncement of the Chief PNP General Police General Marbil. And of course, this complements the pronouncement also of the President that we're losing so much from the smuggling issue, no? So I believe that he mentioned around 12 billion losses in government, and we would like to help and contribute, gain back whatever the losses of the government are by making sure that we do our job and strengthen our campaign against the smuggling. So we hope to be able to sustain it. We have gained strength on this by making sure that our interagency cooperation works, and we hope that we'll be able to sustain the campaign against smuggling.
Considering po that Zamboanga City records a high number of smuggling activities po, no, how is the anti-smuggling campaign being received by the local community po natin, especially the businesses in Zamboanga City?
Well, first, the businesses has always been supportive, I believe, of our call on anti-smuggling campaign and operations in the city. That is proven by the many meetings that we had with them. They also support our operations, so we're very thankful, especially with the business sector who really recognize the importance of the work that we do on smuggling operations. So they help us, they support us in any way, information gathering, information dissemination. So it greatly helps us, and it greatly allows us to carry on with the operations that we do without any hindrances from anybody. It's very important that they understand the operations that we do, and the business sector is doing just this. For the local government units, they're very supportive also of us under the leadership of Mayor Delipe. He has been very supportive of the anti-smuggling campaign that we do. In fact, he supports our seaborne company, both of our mobile forces. We have two mobile forces, the first and the second mobile forces located around the sea border. So they are the only team we have who has the capability to do Sea Border Patrol. So they have our 2 watercrafts. Sila lang yung may kakayahan para gawin yon, and the mayor has always been supportive of it. Any support that we ask, at least he acknowledges the need to support our police officers, and so we are also happy, and we're inspired that despite the challenges, of course, it's very challenging, especially that our
Yes,
our
the
sea
area.
border is longer than our highway. Just to exaggerate, but napakahaba po ng sea borders natin. So our capability in the police is not really that it's not a lot. But with the help, of course, of the LGU and also of the businesses, we're able to carry on with our operations effectively. So we are very thankful, and we hope that they keep supporting us as we go along and fight this illegal smuggling across the city.
Actually, you mentioned kanina po yung mga different agencies involved in this campaign. That's why it's important also to coordinate with them, kasi hindi naman po kaya ito ng Zamboanga City Police Office lang. We also involve other government agencies. And this also indicates po na dahil marami tayong nahuhuli, meaning active talaga yung ating security forces in seizing this mga activities, smuggling activities natin.
Oh, yes. Well, historically, of course, the city has always had that challenge on smuggling, no, not just cigarettes but other products as well. I can say that the Zamboanga City Police Office has always been involved and has maintained this vigor on really implementing the anti-smuggling campaign, regardless if they have enough capability to do so. If we do not seize it at sea, we make sure that we operate inland, and ginagawa po natin to through several efforts like checkpoints. We also, as I have mentioned, intelligence gathering, information gathering, and it's supposedly what we do. If we have information available, we also share this with other agencies who has the more capacity and capability to interdict any incoming smuggled goods around the city. So it's really very important that we all work together. As I always say, it takes a whole of city approach, not just the police, because if it's just us, then it will not be possible. So it's a community of law enforcers, a community of the business sector, and also the local government unit working together to be able to successfully at least sustain our operations on smuggling and of course on anti-illegal drugs as well.
Mentioning the anti-illegal drugs campaign po, let's proceed naman po or talk about the anti-illegal drugs campaign natin. How does this complement naman po to the efforts against the anti-smuggling campaign po?
Yes. As I have mentioned earlier, both are by nature, they're transnational or transborder in nature. Most of the illegal drugs, I believe, even before I came here, as briefed by my predecessor, comes through vessels, sea vessels. And those vessels are not all monitored because some of them are illegally coming in the city. So malaki po talaga yung challenge. It's a big challenge. However, the operations we conduct for anti-drugs also complements our operation on anti-smuggling, because I have mentioned earlier, they can both be transported the same time or differently, but same strategy. So yun yung tinitingnan natin. We work with different personalities though, because some smugglers does not deal with drugs, and of course drug dealers does not smuggle goods, but they come in basically on our borders. So that's why they complement each other. We use both our operatives because they're also knowledgeable. They receive information from our assets across the provinces, also who we work with. So it's not just, in fact, the city law enforcement working on this issue. We're working also with other law enforcers surrounding the city. So in both ways, our efforts complement on fighting against illegal drugs while also dealing with cigarette smuggling.
Do we have also po recent data naman on our anti-illegal drugs campaign po, kung ilan na po yung nahuli natin?
Yes, from January to today, we have seized a total of 47 million. So napakarami talaga. But then again, it does not necessarily mean that we have so much drugs in the city. It only means that we're effectively campaigning against illegal drugs. We make sure that we seize all these illegal drugs before it goes to the market or to the streets for the victims, for or drug users to avail of. So we're currently really working also closely with the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency. They have a city office who we coordinate with and we work with. We also have the Philippine the PNP, the PDEG. So meron din tayo nun. We also work closely with them. Of course, as I hope everyone understands, the city is a convergence place for people across the region. We hold the biggest business, I believe, around the region also. So this is a convergence of people, and we have the beautiful universities that accommodates so many students from around the region. So we wanted to make sure that we deal with street level pushing. For the high value targets, of course, we leave that to the PDEA. That's their mandate. But for the city police office and, of course, the region, we wanted to make sure that we control and we arrest individuals who are trying to bring in illegal drugs in the city to, of course, protect especially the young people of this city.
Very true po. So far po, Colonel, what are your future plans naman for the further strengthening po yung ating fight against the anti-smuggling and the anti-illegal drugs campaign?
Well, I believe that in any campaign, for that matter, what's important is the sustainability of the relationship and the operations that we do. If we do not sustain our strategies, then we will be losing against all these syndicates involved in smuggling and also in illegal drugs. So it's very important that we sustain a relationship with other agencies. As we have mentioned, we cannot do it alone. It is also very important that we sustain the support of our city government and, of course, our executives, local chief executives who consistently really support us. For myself, I am very happy that we are now technology aided, as I call it. We have drones available. We have the mobility supported by the local government units. And yes, we have a command center that we are hoping to be completed very soon, so that we will be able to integrate our drones in the city. We now do drone patrolling, so we have few drones up there. So don't be surprised once in a while there's someone watching you but not really close to you. But believe me and trust us. Trust the CCPO. This is all about the security of the citizenry. We make sure that there is nothing against the rights of our people in the city, but the only purpose we have is to be able to ensure security while everyone is enjoying our city of Zamboanga.
Yes, that's very true. Overall po, Colonel, kumusta po yung status of our security, peace and order po in Zamboanga City?
Well, from January to now, as we have recently assessed our security in the city and of course in the region, but specifically for the city, we have seen a downtrend of crimes around the city. We have made sure that the visibility and presence of our police officers are felt by the citizenry of the city. It may not be perfect, as we are working on progress on adjusting our deployment. While we see where it's necessary to adjust the presence of our police officers, we make sure that we effectively also address the concerns of our barangays. We have 98 of them, and currently we have conducted a peace summit around the city where we have involved all sectors like the barangay, the business sector, LGBTQ community, the lawyers, even the Council of Greeks, our force multipliers, our volunteers, the academe, the church. We have gathered everyone together to look at the issues and concerns that we can address effectively, working with them, not just independently as a police organization, but to make sure that we all understand the role that we have to play as sectors of society present in this city. And we have gathered that if we really work together, especially with our barangay chairmen, we can effectively implement our security measures given the limited number of police officers. As long as we have the barangay tanods, as long as we have the barangay chairman, as long as we have the force multipliers who voluntarily give us their time and help us, we are very keen on making sure that we maintain the downtrend of crime around the city.
That's actually good news, no? And good to hear po na we have a downtrend po of crimes recorded here in Zamboanga City. That's good news. Ito po, personal question naman po, Colonel. How do you envision your legacy as the first woman police director in shaping the future of law enforcement in the city?
A legacy of my own. Well, you know, I had the privilege to personally converse with the chief PNP, and I worked with the chief PNP for a while, somewhere in time in my career, and I can see where he's coming from when he said that we wanted to build a police force that has dignity and integrity, and I, for one, I've always been someone who advocated for the welfare of our personnel, and I believe that you can achieve that dream or that vision of the chief PNP to provide a dignified and with an integrity of police force if our police officers are also given the needs, and their needs are addressed properly. And it has been my priority to make sure that the needs of our personnel, our police officers around the city and their dependents are also given attention. I know from experience that we do not have so much for our police, and I also know from experience that we all leave our families behind and serve the community at large. But it's quite important to make sure that you give them less worry with their family, that their own families are protected and are given enough services that would take care of them while our police are working on the ground. I've been a few years now in the service, and this is one of the things that we have not really put attention to. So when I became city director, I wanted to make sure that our police have the capability and the capacity also to serve the citizenry of Zamboanga. So that's why I wanted to make sure that during my time, all the things that we need in the city basically would be properly addressed, so that they are capacitated well and they have the capability to respond to any concern of the citizenry at large. For myself, I wanted to make sure that during my leadership, it's going to be a leadership that is consultative and open to all our police officers. I make sure that I hear their voices and I hear the reason behind any voice that is talking to me, to make sure that I also make sound decision for our police officers. If I do that, I'm sure that I'll also make sound decision for the citizenry of Zamboanga. So to make sure that everything goes as what I want to under my leadership, I wanted to make sure that every voice of a police officer assigned here in Zamboanga is heard through my voice. So yun lang po.
Thank you very much po, Colonel. I'm sure po yung ating mga police personnel here in Zamboanga City are also privileged to have you as their city director. With that po, do you have any message, reminders, or siguro seeking cooperation also to the public, to our residents in Zamboanga City to continuously cooperate and support po the campaigns po that we are doing in Zamboanga City Police Office?
Yes, sa lahat po ng ating mga kababayan, buenos dias, magandang araw po sa ating lahat. And in behalf of the 1,590 police officers working for you in the city, I am your City Director Police Colonel Kimberly Molitas, and I am seeking at hinihingi po ang inyong tulong na makibahagi po sa lahat po ng programa ng Zamboanga City Police Office para po mapanatili natin ang kapayapaan dito sa ating syudad. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa ating Chief ng Philippine National Police, Police General Marbil, at ang ating Regional Director, si Police Brigadier General Masauding. Kasama din po of course ang ating Local Chief Executive, si Mayor John Dalipis, sa patuloy nilang pagsuporta sa lahat ng programa na gusto nating ipatupad dito sa City of Zamboanga. We seek, of course, the cooperation and, of course, the trust of the people of Zamboanga City for us to effectively implement our security measures. Please help us. Nandyan po lahat ng hotline namin. Meron po tayong Facebook, meron po tayong media, meron po tayong barangay chairman, meron po tayong mayor na pwede nyo pong lapitan para po maisaayos pa natin at mapaigting po natin at mapalakas natin ang seguridad dito sa Zamboanga City. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong mensahe and I'm sure marami pong nakuhang mahalagang impormasyon po yung ating manonood. Once again, we are very happy po to have our guest today, the first woman Police City Director po ng Zamboanga City Police Office. We have Police Colonel Kimberly Molitas. Maraming salamat pong muli.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And of course, maraming salamat din po sa lahat ng ating viewers. And thank you to the following sponsors. We have Blanca Kalintika Estetica Zamboanga, Karimadon, Camiseta, Penguin, and Dunkin, all available here at SM City Mindpro. Once again po, sa ngalan ng PIA Director General Jose Torres Jr. and Regional Director Ms. Noemi Edaga, ito si Myra Espinosa at magkita-kita tayo sa mga susunod pa pong episode ng Kapihan na Zamboanga sa SM City Mindpro. Muchísimas gracias.
Philippine Information Agency, Kapihan na Zamboanga. Sharing with you timely, accurate, and relevant information regarding government programs, projects, and activities. Catch us every Thursday at 4 p.m. on